Hello, happy Keep Fit Friday. I hope you're all well. I wanted to do this quick video on here to talk about my view on athletes' mental health, because there's been a lot of talk on social media. Everyone's losing their minds about the fact that athletes in the Olympics and before that are citing sort of mental health challenges as the reason why they're going to quit a certain tournament. And I wanted to give my take on that because unfortunately, I think what happens in this situation is there's no balanced view of it. It's almost like if you criticize somebody for doing that, you're evil, and if you champion them for it, you're good. And this is part of the problem with social media and the nature of things and how they work, because in one sense, everything has to be black and white in the sense of, it's good or evil, versus actually let's have a discussion, let's have a debate about it. So I wanted to give my kind of take on it, because I think one particular person who, irrespective of what you think of them, Piers Morgan, did get a bit of a hammering for what he said. But actually, if you pick apart and take away the pompousness of it and look at what was actually said, we need to be able to draw merit from that and not just go down one angle or the other. So my take on it is quite simple, really. Here's the issue that we have. So if you're a professional athlete and you're at the top of your game, like some of these people were, like Osaka and like Biles, if you're at the top of your game, you have made it to a certain degree, so you're there at the top. And part of your journey to getting to the top, to be a professional athlete, is mental resilience. You have to have mental toughness. I'm not an athlete. I've lost 70 pounds. I've run to 11 marathons from being overweight and smoking and being really unhealthy at 28. So I've achieved something quite incredible in normal person terms, but I'm not an athlete. And my journey took a lot of mental toughness and mental resilience. Now I run a business that's growing, which again requires a lot of mental toughness, but we're on the way. Now, if I didn't have to work and I had millions of pounds in the bank and then said, I'm going to have some time for mental health, the impact on my life is not as bad because I've got the security there. And let's make that metaphor relevant for the athlete. So if you're an aspiring athlete and you say you're not feeling like turning up to the session, the gymnastics session, the trial, or whatever it might be, or you're not turning up to your coaching sessions for your tennis or your football or your whatever it might be because you're not feeling like it, you might miss your opportunity to make it to the top. So what we've got to look at as a counterbalance is, what message is that giving out? Because it's saying that is mental health important? Yes, of course it is. Are they human? Yes, of course they are. But they need context, because if you're an aspiring athlete, you won't be able to have those reasons. You won't be able to say, well, I can't turn up to practice today because I'm not feeling like it. But then you can't expect them to make it, because the people who do turn up, and there will be some, will be in a better position to make the jump. So whilst we shouldn't be criticising anybody personally, and this is the difference, we shouldn't be criticising anybody personally for their choices. We shouldn't be saying, you're this bad person because you use mental health as a reason for not doing it. That's irrelevant. What is important, though, is having the counter argument to say, look at the message. The message is important. Look at the message. And that's the difference. So that's my view on it. And I think if you are in a position where, you look at that as, I suppose, don't look at it as enabling. That's the key here. Don't look at that as something that enables you to not pursue difficult challenges because you might not feel like it. And that's the difference. Because if you don't, as a normal person, you might never get anywhere in life, whereas these people are at the top already, so they can use that, go away, and they've still got millions. I mean, some of these people are the most highest paid athletes in the world. They can go away and say, well, I'm fine because I've got my stuff, I'm all right. But if you're not, this is not a reason to enable you to not do the work, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my take on it. Happy to have a chat, disagree with anybody on that, or have an open conversation about the whole issue in general. None of this binary stuff, you're bad, you're good, you're this, you're that. We need to be able to discuss these things and look at the impact on the wider world and what message it gives out. Have a good day.